From Baghdad, Iraq, tonight's headlines. Surprise inspection of Saddam Palace. CBS News takes you along. Pressure builds for Saddam to leave. But will he? We asked the Secretary of Defense in an exclusive one-on-one.
Also tonight, President Bush takes sides in an important affirmative action court case, protecting U.S. jetliners from shoulder-fired missiles. Who will pay the high cost? Maybe you. And like father and mother, like sons, the Bridges family, ready for war.
This is the CBS Evening News, with Dan Rather reporting tonight from Baghdad, and John Roberts from New York.
Good evening from Iraq, where the squeeze is on. Outside the country, the U.S. military is rapidly building up an invasion force capable of crushing Iraqi defenses. Inside Iraq, UN weapons inspectors are using surprise, trying to uncover Saddam's secrets. And a new showdown may be coming. CBS News has learned the inspectors now demand private interviews with Iraqi scientists. But Saddam does have his supporters. Solidarity for Saddam. Tribal leaders from neighboring Jordan are in Baghdad tonight, offering Iraq up to 100,000 volunteers to act as human shields in the event of war.
It is illegal under the international law of armed conflict to use non-combatants as a means of shielding potential targets. An Iraq action to do so would not only violate this law, but be considered a war crime in any conflict.
It's not the only complication. CBS News has been told General Myers will travel to Turkey on Monday, hoping to secure the use of crucial military bases there to launch a possible attack from the north. So far, Turkey remains very reluctant. Inside Iraq tonight, the UN inspection process is about to take a new turn. CBS News has learned the UN will insist Iraq hand over at least 2 key scientists for interviews, but without an Iraqi government official present. Not only that, in a surprise inspection of her own, National Security Advisor Dr. Condoleezza Rice met in secret with the chief UN weapons inspector, Hans Blix, and strongly urged again that those interviews should be done outside of Iraq. Tonight, Donald Rumsfeld put the request more bluntly.
It's terribly important for them to take people, knowledgeable people, scientists, technicians, people who have been involved in weapons of mass destruction programs, and get them out of the country with their families so that they can speak honestly and tell the truth.
It comes as UN inspections on the ground are getting more aggressive. It was a palace surprise today in central Baghdad as a UN convoy pulled up to the gates of Saddam Hussein's largest compound. This surprise visit by the inspectors was called, quote, sensitive, and here's the reason. Back there is the main presidential palace, built in the late 1950s. Elaborate, expansive, runs right along the Tigris River. Saddam Hussein used to, at least, live part of the time there. Satellite imagery of the site tipped inspectors to 2 small buildings surrounded by high walls and fences. Suspicious and of interest, say inspectors. It was in the same walled complex as Saddam's elaborate residence that I visited in August of 1990, when Saddam Hussein gave me a tour. No word on whether Saddam Hussein was home today. One possible way to avert war would be to persuade Saddam Hussein to leave Iraq for a life in exile. CBS's Richard Roth reports that idea has support among America's Arab allies and perhaps Russia, too.
A visit to Saudi Arabia by Egypt's President Mubarak produced the latest hint Saddam's coming under new pressure to exit peacefully. Mubarak revealed he's been asked to meet with one of Hussein's closest confidants. That comes after a Turkish official, according to a source here, sent a blunt message that it's time for the Iraqi leader to consider exile. Even in a region where rumors routinely shadowed by fact and deals never get cut without tough bargaining, Saddam's possible exile is still just conjecture. But a handful of countries now figure prominently in the speculation. Belarus, Mauritania, and Libya are on the list, along with Egypt. That's where the Shah of Iran took exile. Egypt's been a host to several fallen leaders. Even Saddam once found refuge there in the 1960s before he came to power. To his enemies, Saddam's exile in comfort might be a bitter pill. But would a war with high casualties be a better alternative?
Life is full of trade-offs, and this is one area where saving a significant number of innocent lives is, in my view, much more valuable than attending the hanging of a really bad guy.
Saddam, of course, isn't showing his hand, and some call the speculation wishful thinking.
Saddam Hussein wouldn't go out easily, and he will go out with a big bang.
But if exile's possible, it'd also be problematic. Saddam's known to have used doubles, multiple stand-ins for public appearances.
That is a challenge. We might have to put all 6 of them in exile. It's still worth the price.
A Turkish government official said exile's just too sensitive a subject tonight for public comment. Then added, but it would be a big relief. Richard Roth, CBS News, Ankara.
Earlier today, I talked exclusively with Secretary of Defense Donald Rumsfeld. I asked his opinion on the possibility that Saddam Hussein might choose exile instead of war.
History suggests that people do, in fact, if they make a judgment that the game's up and it's over and they've run their string, do on occasion leave. Whether this particular individual will do it, I don't know.
Mr. Secretary, you have dealt with Saddam Hussein in the 1980s. You've been face-to-face with him. Very few people have done that. Is it your judgment there's some possibility he would go into exile? Is it your judgment he would fight to the finish?
If he sees that it's over and he's not going to keep his country, he may very well decide to leave, and that would be a very good thing for the world. The last thing anyone wants is a war.
Mr. Secretary, about the possibility, if there is any real possibility, of Iraqi scientists going outside the country to be interviewed, is it realistic to believe that 1,000 or more people, keeping in mind the families would want to go for safety reasons, that this can actually happen?
Oh, indeed, I think it can happen, Dan. Most of the people in that country don't like Saddam Hussein. They know he's a vicious dictator. And if they are offered an opportunity to get out of the country, I think that they would be willing to do that. There are people willing to do that if we can find them and if he'll allow them to leave.
I've had any number of Iraqi citizens, including a number of university students, say to me, Secretary Rumsfeld keeps saying that Iraq has the possibility of developing nuclear weapons. North Korea says it's already developed nuclear weapons. What would you say to those people if you faced them eyeball to eyeball?
The difference with Iraq is that Iraq, for the better part of a decade, has been subject to UN resolutions. Everything has been tried. The world community has pretty well run out the string. This is a regime that it's punched every single ticket of being an irresponsible member of the world community.
Mr. Secretary, thank you very much. We appreciate your time.
Thank you.
I'll be back from here in Baghdad later in the broadcast when we will introduce you to a very special military family, father, mother, and sons. Right now, John Roberts in New York with some of the day's other news. John?
Thanks, Dan, and good evening from New York. The Bush administration and Saddam Hussein are not the only ones cranking up the talk about war. So are American opponents of war with Iraq. Wyatt Andrews reports on the new anti-war movement.
Behind the growing build-up to war, there's also a growing anti-war backlash that's about to get a lot more vocal.
1, 2...
War with Iraq.
This anti-war TV ad, modeled after the 1964 Daisy ad run by then-President Johnson, is set to air Thursday in 13 cities.
Maybe extremists will take over countries with nuclear weapons.
And like before, it raises fears of nuclear escalation.
Maybe the unthinkable.
Overwhelmingly, most Americans responding to the latest CBS poll favor military action to remove Saddam Hussein, but there is some evidence that support is slipping. In that poll, those who disapprove of military action rose from 23% of respondents in November to 30% in January. Respondents in favor dropped from 70 to 64%. Anti-war activists planning a protest march in Washington this weekend say there's growing concern the president wants war no matter what happens with inspections.
The Bush administration's rhetoric and their statements about why they go to the war, why they have to go to war, are increasingly appearing to be false.
Within the anti-war movement, opinion ranges from those who want no war ever to those who just want the Allies to join up first. But the theme in this ad suggests what's uniting all the factions.
Let the inspections work.
An appeal to the president to slow down. Wyatt Andrews, CBS News, Washington.
President Bush weighed in today on another deeply divisive issue in this country, affirmative action. The issue is going to the United States Supreme Court. Bill Plant tonight reports on the president's stand and its impact, legal and political.
Stepping into the minefield of racial politics, President Bush took the side of white students challenging the University of Michigan's affirmative action policies in a major Supreme Court case, calling them unconstitutional.
At their core, the Michigan policies amount to a quota system that unfairly rewards or penalizes prospective students based solely on their race.
In the case now before the court, 3 white students sued the University of Michigan, charging they were denied admission because of the school's policies, which give special preference to minorities. Michigan uses a 150-point scale to grade applicants. While the biggest factor is a student's grade point average, a perfect SAT score is worth 12 points, but being a minority is worth 20 points. The White House decision to speak out followed a major internal debate. The president's conservative base strongly opposes racial preferences, but others in the Republican Party fear that position hurts efforts to reach out to middle-class black and Hispanic voters. Minorities are already wary. Mr. Bush renominated Judge Charles Pickering, whose civil rights record Democrats questioned, even though Mr. Bush spoke out against the segregationist sentiments which cost Trent Lott his job as majority leader.
Actions speak louder than words, Mr. President. That is our message to you today.
The administration says it is not arguing against ending all forms of affirmative action. That's because it wants, above all, to appeal to the moderate white voters, particularly women, who are likely to be decisive in 2004. John?
Bill Plant reporting for us live from the White House tonight. Bill, thanks. Next up on the CBS Evening News, the terrorist missile threat. How can commercial jetliners be protected?
When your eyes feel dry, irritated, there's Refresh brand eye drops. First, Refresh relieves and soothes, then forms a lasting shield of protection to keep irritation out and moisture in. #1 doctor recommended Refresh relieves and protects.
Pepperidge Farm Texas Toast.
Okay, I'll get the pasta bowl.
Hot, crusty garlic toast. Just 5 minutes to make. It's probably ready before you are. Pepperidge Farm. Never have an ordinary day.
If you've had a heart attack or a stroke, the last thing you need is another one sneaking up on you. After all, you've got better things to do. I know. In my case, I had a heart attack. Then I heard about Plavix, so I asked my doctor. He told me Plavix is a prescription pill that can help protect you from a heart attack or stroke if you've recently had one, or if you have poor circulation in the legs causing pain.
Plavix is proven to help keep blood platelets from sticking together and forming clots, which helps keep your blood flowing. This can help protect you from another heart attack or stroke. If you have a medical condition that is causing bleeding, such as a stomach ulcer, you should not use Plavix. Side effects include itching, rash, diarrhea, and bruising. Additional rare but serious side effects could occur. Ask your doctor.
Taking Plavix once a day helps protect me.
Find out if Plavix can help protect you from another heart attack or stroke.
Yep, this is going to be fun. An 8-hour flight with a screaming stiff neck. How about grabbing a Thermacare heat wrap? Open it up and put it on before your in-flight nap. It gets warm and stays warm for 8 hours, deeply relaxing tight muscles. So circulation flows in, helping pain flow out. Hey, by the next time zone, you'll be upright and out of sight. Yes. All day long. Thermacare heat wraps. Find them in the pain reliever aisle.
Oh.
What's the matter, Frank?
Why'd I eat that pizza?
You love pizza.
I knew I'd get heartburn.
Didn't you start taking that prescription?
Yeah, but it won't kick in fully till tomorrow.
You have heartburn tonight.
Oh!
The leading prescription can take up to a day or more to fully work. It's not for occasional heartburn. Zantac 75 works fast, right when you need it, even at night when heartburn can be at its worst. Zantac, fast heartburn relief for people who hate to wait.
Oh!
Bob, you're snoring. Bob?
North Korea today rejected the idea of scrapping its nuclear weapons program in exchange for a resumption of U.S. aid. The foreign ministry denounced President Bush's offer as a trick that would leave the country, quote, totally disarmed. A U.S. envoy in Beijing is asking the Chinese to pressure their North Korean allies, but so far the Chinese suggest only that the United States agree to North Korea's demand for direct negotiations. In the war on terror, it gives U.S. officials nightmares. The possibility that a terrorist using a portable missile launcher could bring down a jetliner filled with hundreds of passengers. Correspondent Jim Stewart has the latest tonight on that threat and what it will take to defend against it.
Al-Qaeda has already tried it twice since September the 11th. The first was outside Prince Sultan Air Base in Saudi Arabia. Next, they fired 2 missiles at an Israeli passenger jet near Mombasa, Kenya. All 3 missiles missed, but the problem is that all 3 came from a larger batch of Soviet-made missiles sold on the black market in Yemen, and no one knows where the rest are. The FBI says it has received no credible threats of shoulder-fired missiles being used against commercial aircraft inside the United States. But in a report just submitted to the White House, the threat is called real, and the potential solution is called costly. To equip all 6,700 U.S. commercial aircraft with anything like the defensive systems aboard Air Force One, for example, would cost several $1 million per aircraft. Those systems, also used aboard Israel's El Al National Airlines and U.S. military aircraft, deploy decoy flares to trick heat-seeking shoulder-fired missiles that would normally hone in on a plane's engines. But with airlines going bankrupt, who would pay for such equipment? Some in Congress say you should.
My own view is that it should be done, and my own view is that it should be paid for through the ticket prices.
In the interim, the report suggests several less costly steps can be taken, including stepped-up surveillance at public sites and in neighborhoods beneath airport landing and takeoff patterns, encouraging foreign militaries to destroy some of their missile stocks, and retraining pilots in landing techniques should the unlikely occur and they lose an engine to a terrorist missile. Jim Stewart, CBS News at the FBI.
Next on tonight's CBS Evening News, they said she was dying from cancer. Now her parents and grandmother are under arrest. We'll tell you why.
Pepperidge Farm Texas Toast.
Okay, I'll get the pasta bowl.
Hot, crusty garlic toast. Just 5 minutes to make. It's probably ready before you are. Pepperidge Farm. Never have an ordinary day.
Introducing a new overnight laxative, Freelax. These have stimulants that can disturb your system and cause cramps.
Freelax is different.
It's stimulant-free and cramp-free. It's new, different, it's Freelax.
It works overnight and no cramps. Freelax.
We are a family company, and we have been for 5 generations. In many ways, taking care of one's home is just like taking care of a family. And we've never lost sight of that. We make products that are useful and make your life easier. A family company is what we are.
S.C. Johnson, a family company.
Now you can help manage your diabetes anytime, anywhere. This is Glucerna, an ideal food for people with diabetes. Have a delicious snack bar, or a meal bar, or enjoy a rich, creamy shake. Glucerna has the right balance of carbohydrates, fat, and protein. It's clinically proven to help manage glucose levels. Free your mind for other things. And for custom meal plans, visit Glucerna.com. It's time for a taste of freedom.
There are some who live for caring with all they have to give. There are some who will always be there. They dare to care. They dare to cry, they dare to feel, they dare to try. There are some who have the courage
message of caring from Johnson & Johnson.
Bayer would like you to know that American Heart Association research says men over 40 have suffered more heart attacks. To help prevent another heart attack, ask your doctor about aspirin and remember Bayer. Studies prove aspirin can reduce your risk of another heart attack by up to 50%. Only Bayer has both low-strength 81 milligram and Bayer Women's Aspirin plus calcium.
Aspirin is not appropriate for everyone, so be sure to talk to your doctor before you begin an aspirin regimen.
Trust your heart to Bayer.
In the Washington, D.C. area serial sniper case, a Virginia judge cleared the way today for 17-year-old John Malvo to be tried as an adult. A grand jury will now be asked to indict Malvo on capital murder charges. If convicted, he could get the death penalty. It was a heart-wrenching story. A child was dying of leukemia, and many people opened their hearts and their wallets to help. Now, as CBS's Cynthia Bowers reports, police in Urbana, Ohio say it was all a cruel hoax on the town and on the child.
For the last 3 weeks, the small town of Urbana, Ohio has been in shock. Everyone had believed 7-year-old Hannah Milbrandt was dying from leukemia.
I felt for her because I have kids and all that.
Caring townspeople answered the call for help to the tune of more than $10,000.
Can I tell us about the people that you scammed?
Today, the little girl's mother, Terry, father, Robert, and grandmother, Mary Russell, were all charged with running a huge hoax in order to raise money for life-saving treatment for the supposedly dying child.
You know, they had a 7-year-old little girl that they thought was going to die, and they worked to raise money to do everything they could do for this little girl. And then after everything they gave and everything they did, they found out that the whole thing was a lie, that mom had lied to them.
A lie made more believable by drastic measures police say the mom took, including shaving her daughter's head to simulate hair loss from chemotherapy, making her wear a protective mask, and giving her sleeping pills to make Hannah appear weak. The child was even put into counseling to prepare for death in order to make the story seem more believable. The father's lawyer says his client had no reason to disbelieve his wife.
Well, if your spouse said our 7-year-old is deathly ill, you're not going to have any reason whatsoever to be suspicious.
If convicted on all counts, the parents face more than 10 years behind bars. For the people of Urbana, though, it's always been about the little girl. And even those taken in by the hoax are happy for Hannah's sake. That's all it was. Cynthia Bowers, CBS News, Chicago.
And that's the news here at home tonight. I'm John Roberts in New York. Let's go back now to Dan Rather in Baghdad. Dan?
And John, in a moment, you will meet an American military family ready to send another generation off to war when the CBS Evening News continues from Baghdad.
Serenity Dry Active Liners from Tenna, designed to fit your style.
It's end of the day, and your dry clean only clothes show it. So just how easy is it to get them clean and fresh? Frankly, pretty darn easy. Dry out, zip it, steam it, hang it. Love it.
Looking for a snack that's low in fat but still high in taste? Orville Redenbacher's Smart Pop is 94% fat-free, 100% delicious. Pick up some Orville Redenbachers today and start popping smart.
Oh, what a time for a cold.
Nose is running, head's all blocked up. I need some Alka-Seltzer Plus.
I'll get my Alka-Seltzer Plus.
Only Alka-Seltzer Plus has an effervescent cold-fighting formula to break up nasal congestion and release you from your worst cold symptoms fast.
Were you surprised?
Nah. Works every time.
Effervescent Alka-Seltzer Plus breaks up your worst cold symptoms fast. And try new Alka-Seltzer Plus Nose and Throat for totally focused relief.
This is an amazing age.
This is an amazing age.
We learn something new every day.
You're living in the age of Fosamax when it's actually possible to help reverse bone loss and strengthen bone. Fosamax Once Weekly is a hormone-free tablet for postmenopausal women at risk for or with osteoporosis. Fosamax is clinically proven to help reverse bone loss. Increases in bone mass were seen as early as 3 months. You should not use Fosamax if you have certain disorders of the esophagus, are unable to stand or sit upright for 30 minutes, have severe kidney disease, or low blood calcium. Before use, talk to your doctor if you have stomach or digestive problems. Stop taking Fosamax and tell your doctor if you develop new or worsening heartburn, difficult or painful swallowing, or chest pain, because these may be signs of serious upper digestive problems.
One pill a week. One pill a week can help reverse bone loss.
Ask your doctor if Fosamax Once Weekly is right for you. This is the age of Fosamax.
This is an amazing age.
Helping reverse bone loss.
Coming up on News Channel 5 at 6 is justice for sale at the Metro Courthouse. In a story you'll see first on 5, law enforcement takes a hard look. That's coming up at 6.
Back now in Baghdad, Iraq, the possibility of war here is affecting the lives of thousands and thousands of American families. Sons and daughters, mothers and fathers in the U.S. military. In our final story, CBS's Bobby Harley introduces you to one very unique family.
25-year-old Army Sergeant Fonte Bridges
Let's make this happen. All right.
is about to be deployed overseas for the first time.
Am I scared? No, I'm like the fearless Bridges.
He knows no other way, as just one of an entire family of soldiers that could all soon be sent to war. Dad, Army Sergeant Major Ather Bridges.
Because I gave him a whole lot of 5988s too. That I
Mom, Army Staff Sergeant LaShawn Bridges. Son, Marine Sergeant Christopher Bridges. Son, former Marine D.D. Bridges, and his wife, Army Sergeant Stacy Bridges.
That's the Bridges way. I might as well say we're all airborne. We have no fear.
This don't make no sense.
Just take a look at Mom in action.
I don't care if he's here after child, but he get this mess up.
This Staff Sergeant Bridges and this Sergeant Major Bridges have served in war zones before. Their sons have not.
Do you run your household like that too?
Oh, that's mover. Thank God. Ooh, hey, how you doing? Hey, baby. Marcus here.
Youngest brother Marcus is the only one not in the military, at least not yet.
Well, when I grew up, I'm planning on being in the Air Force or a football player.
At 13, he would be the one left behind. But nothing seems to deter the spirit of these fighting Bridges.
They'll come back home safe. Staying alert. That's the key. Stay alert.
We're here to do a job, and we're going to do that job.
A way of life for a military family 6 times over. Bobby Harley, CBS News, Fort Bragg, North Carolina.
And that's part of our world. CBS News has a lot more for you tonight, beginning at 8 Central, with 60 Minutes too.
Their own parents thought these autistic kids were unreachable, but not anymore. The story of what may be a significant breakthrough for autistic children on 60 Minutes too.
Then on 48 Hours Investigates, police called Mark Winger a hero who tried to save his wife from a killer. Years later, why is he the one on trial?
For the CBS Evening News, Dan Rather reporting tonight from Baghdad. I'll be back shortly at 8 Central with 60 Minutes too. See you soon.
For news 24 hours a day, go to cbsnews.com. AOL keyword CBS News. Inside Iraq, Dan Rather continues our coverage from Baghdad tomorrow. Experience CBS News.
From your news and information leader, this is News